First of all, I would like to express my thanks to Federica for the overview of our discussions here today. Europe today sent a message of political will and resolve, of unity and solidarity. As we all know, we are confronted with a dire reality in the Mediterranean. However, I regret that it takes place under these circumstances following the recent dramatic and tragic events. Unfortunately, it is neither a new phenomenon nor one that will go away anytime soon. It is the new reality in the Mediterranean. That's why the Commission has set migration as one of its top priorities. The adoption of the European Agenda for Migration will take place on May 13, weeks earlier than originally planned. But the event, it's true to say, overtook us. So today's meeting was important and gave concrete results. We need to take direct, practical and substantial measures. If we do not act now, the crisis will take dangerous proportions in the months to come. Europe needs to respond united to this challenge that is related to the core values of the Union. And something else. We must stop blaming each other every time a tragedy like this occurs. No one gains from it, only the populists. This is a shared responsibility for all of us. Member States realize that we have to act together as a union on the issue of migration and understand that we face a vicious circle in front of us. An ongoing humanitarian crisis in our borders leads to an ongoing security and social crisis for Europe. Today's meeting, with the participation of both the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Home Affairs, illustrated our sense of urgency and our willingness to take action together. We cannot and we will not stand idle to these ongoing tragedies. We had to take action now, all of us, together, both the Member States and the European Union's institutions. Such action requires our collective responsibility as a union, as well as direct responsibility at national level. That's why we have agreed to implement a 10-point plan, which will be the one pillar of the upcoming European Agenda on Migration. First, reinforce the joint operations in the Mediterranean, namely Triton and Poseidon, by increasing the financial resources and the number of assets. We will also extend their operational area, allowing us to intervene further. 2. Implement systematic efforts to capture and destroy vessels used by smugglers. The positive results obtained by the so-called Atalanta operation, as you remember, should inspire us for new operations against smugglers in the Mediterranean. 3. Europol, Frontex, EASO and Eurojust should meet regularly and work closely together to exchange information on the modus operandi of smugglers, trace their funds and assist in their investigation. The joint operation Mare is a good example of how we can organize ourselves at a union level to become more effective in identifying and fighting back these criminal organizations. 4. EASO to deploy teams in Italy and Greece for joint processing of asylum applications. Our aim should be that cases are processed within 2 months from their lodging. 5. Member States will ensure fingerprinting of all migrants. All persons arriving must be screened and recorded in an effective manner. 6. In order to match joint processing with joint efforts in accommodation of those in need of protection, we will consider review options for temporary protection in emergency situations. 7. An EU-wide pilot project on resettlement on a voluntary basis, offering a number of places to persons in need of protection. We need to reach out to those who genuinely need protection. 8. Establish a new return programme for rapid return of irregular migrants, coordinated by Frontex from frontline member states. This means more return flights, as well as an effort to inform migrants in transit countries and offer them assisted voluntary return packages to prevent hazardous journeys. 9. Engage with countries surrounding Libya through a joint effort between the Commission and the European External Service. We need to better engage and to develop partnerships with these 3 countries. For example, initiatives in Niger have to be stepped up. 10. Deploy immigration liaison officers in key third countries to gather intelligence on migratory flows and strengthen the role of European Union delegations. All these actions require our common effort as a true union and responsibility at national level. None of these are for the Commission to decide alone and for the Commission to deliver on its own. These are actions that require a joined-up effort as a true union. I sincerely hope that we are now ready to make this effort. Thank you.